Well, hello everyone, back again here. This is the final chapter of this web book that I'm doing. Thanks for putting up with me, first of all. I know I hemmed and hawed and rolled my eyes and wondered, just like that. Oh, that's my next thought. That's kind of what an ad hoc thing was all about. I didn't want it to be polished. I'm not going to sit there and write a script out and read it. You know, this just makes it more personable, I guess. But this is the final chapter, chapter 12 of Will Be Gone, and in this one I called Space Exploration. Now, um, I just have a simple little take on this. Right now we're getting all hyped and hot about putting, a man-made mission to Mars. In my opinion, we need to be directing our resources to building a moon base. First of all, the longer we wait, the more costly it's going to be. And if we wait too long, how are we going to build it? Because if we don't get a moon base up there, and that moon base be built as a industrial complex, and the reason I say that is because, if we do build a moon base, it needs to be able to manufacture. And what's the one thing you want to manufacture? A spaceship. Right now, I guess the best one we could build would be a nuclear powered spaceship, but that facility up there is going to have the capability of taking care of it and building it. So if we're going to get out into the stars and not get stuck on this mud ball, then we're going to have to build a moon base first. And I think we should just forget Mars for right now. I mean, just forget it. Put our resources into building that moon base. As time goes forward and we get to the situation where we're out of oil, we may not be able to do it. Now, I don't know what rocket fuel contains as part of its makeup. I don't know if it's oil derivative or if it's like alcohol burning. I don't know that. I didn't research it. But regardless of that, the thing is, the cost of getting natural resources out of the ground and to a moon base in the future, when you're talking about a world without oil, it's going to slow down, and I don't know if we can accomplish it. But over the next 200 years, we most definitely can. We have the resources right now to do it. I know we have a wherewithal. Space is something that just fascinates all of us. We don't know what's out there, and it'd be great to know. But what if you could send a nuclear ship, send it, 10 years out towards Alpha Centauri or whatever, put a really nice telescope on it, something that really, uh, like a Hubble spacecraft, something like that. Put that on there. If nothing else, get a good mapping of everything. Heck, you can take a good snapshot of the solar system and be able to see everything really clearly. I think that would be very interesting to do. But I don't think we can dawdle. I don't think we can, wait 200 years to start thinking about doing something like that. I think that should come to the forefront. If we don't do it, I don't know. I don't see how we're going to get off Earth. We would just become a civilization that was just biding our time, waiting for the sun to disappear out of the sky. Anyway, like I say, that was just a short, simple little thing, just something to think about. A moon base with an industrial application, um, I think is the way to go. You know, it's great sending all these things around the, atmosphere like we do, but to me, there's more important things to get done. And one of those things to me is getting a moon base done. Got to build a new shuttle system, and instead of having a shuttle system like we had before, the one thing that we need to incorporate in this next shuttle series would be, of course, what I would call the Harrier type uh, engines, and the ones that allow vertical liftoff. If you remember a series on television called Space 1999, then you've got a good example of what that should look like. And uh, wouldn't be that hard to build. I don't think. I don't think it'd be too difficult to do that at all. Um, the best thing about building the interplanetary ships, if you will, on the moon is that it's got 1/6 the atmosphere. So it's not going to take much for that nuclear power thing to lift off and go on its way. And once it's out there, who knows what we'll find. Think about that. Well, anyway, that's it. That was just a little side note, I guess. I think as a wrap up, I would just say that everything I discussed in this little series, nothing that needs or requires urgent consideration. We've got time. We don't have to rush out and become crazy on with things. We don't need the federal government involved in almost everything that I talked about. It's something that we can do on our own, especially the concerns with global warming and stuff like that. It's like a personal choice, if you will. And but the last thing I can really say on this is that the clock is ticking. There's no doubt about that. The clock is ticking, and it's an awareness that is out there. There are some people who talk about this sort of thing, but you don't see any real activity as far as the suggestive part of what we need to do. And hopefully with this little series, maybe I can spark a little bit of interest in it. Maybe not. You may think I'm full of it. That's, up to you. But if you did watch this series, I want to thank you. Um, and I've got some other things I'm going to talk about, but it's not going to be any kind of series type thing. It's just going to be, I guess basically it's going to be entering the world of politics, if you will. There's some things that have been going on out there that just don't make much sense to me. And I've got some suggestions for how to ameliorate the situations that have evolved. So until next time, thank you for watching and have a good day.